I'm solving it.
Were you betting? I was like, oh, I feel really good.
Your hand on the turn.
That meant there were a lot of rivers I was getting paid on.
Yeah.
God, it's so sick. If he 3-bets, I'm like,
Aces for Terrace. Nik game on like it's been all day on the button. Airball raising the cutoff 7-3 offsuit.
I had a pretty good hand.
9,000.
What, are you talking about on the turn?
Yeah, on the turn. Yeah, I don't think I fold.
You just have one pair, queen?
No. Yeah.
Oh.
Airball trying to get a read on Terrace.
You're gonna call
Could
me
be
if I'm-
contemplating a 4-bet here.
I mean, we got threes, 3-4 suited.
I got 5-7 suited, 2 pair.
if I 3-bet, it's a lot more believable than if you 3-bet.
Yeah, if you 3-bet, I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but it's...
Tell that he folded on a river too. Alex.
It's
We have to move
it's not
past
player.
this. Hold on. Do we need to go into therapy?
Yes.
Please tell me about your thoughts on the ace-queen so we can get to the deep root of the problem.
This guy's saying he's calling me if I 3-bet him. This guy's folding. Everybody's playing perfectly against me.
It's a situation.
Terrace has ace-king.
I would argue Terrace did not play that river perfectly versus you.
No, that's a good point. He sent the bat signal out.
You got a little bit of a discount.
I mean, it's
Airball.
Yeah.
He's been playing snug all game pretty much. Has a pretty good image going right now, but 4-betting at the worst time right into aces.
check.
And if you're Terrace,
Oh. Yeah.
why not just set the trap in position?
I thought you had Jack 10.
Greedy.
I don't know what you do.
Yeah, I'm
with
way
Jack
too
10
greedy,
there,
though.
but I thought you had Jack 10.
I'm folding everything.
Yeah. I mean, King, Queen, maybe you wouldn't.
I think queen might be the one.
I can
Right.
respect trying to win the whole clip, though, you know? I can respect that.
That's why we're here.
That's a move out of the
And the
airball.
trap has been set.
Playing about $100,000 deep. Nik Airball. He gets in there with some airballs sometimes. He raises it up to $3,000 with the 7-3 offsuit. Terrace on the button with aces makes it 9,000. Back around to Nik Airball. He has a 7-3, so obviously he makes it 27,000. Terrace now opts a slow play, which I think is excellent. If your opponent's going to be making it 27,000 with anything besides exactly very strong hands, you really, really, really want to keep them in the pot because they are drawing very thin. Good call by Terrace, because Nik Airball has a 7-3 offsuit in his range. Let's go to the flop.
Don't leave anything
But
for the
usually he
road.
knows how much he's
Airball,
betting.
7-3 offsuit.
Approximately.
If you win that pot, you're going to win all
Also
the
known as
I gotta see
7
I gotta
high,
see
up
a-
against
need to see a
aces.
lot more
Got some
bluffs out of
outs.
Terrace for me to call there.
We saw one earlier, right?
Needs an 8.
8-ball corner
He's
pocket.
got to roll over like
He's
4 or 5
checking
suited or something.
100,000 with just nothing. And then
went
Charles,
like 21,
yeah, and then Charles went all in. Yeah, that was sick.
Were you here when that happened?
Yeah, I didn't see it though. I don't know what hand he had.
I don't know if he was here. I don't know if you were here yet.
I was here.
Oh, you saw that? Huh?
Yeah, I saw that hand.
Yeah, he bluffs it in interesting ways,
Okay.
for sure.
There's the call. Airball needs some help.
Flop comes 10 of clubs, 9 of hearts, 6 of spades. Nik Airball went from having absolutely nothing to a gut shot. That's pretty good. He goes for a $10,000 bet, as I have to presume he's going to do with his entire range. Terrace is in a pretty interesting spot because Nik Airball's range is going to connect way better with the 10-9-6 than most people's 4-betting ranges. Because, for all I know, Nik Airball can have suited connectors or the 69 or whatever, right? So this is a spot where maybe raising has some merit in Terrace's shoes because Nik Airball will have some random junk, but at the same time, he might have the Jack 4 that's drawing pretty much dead. So I think you just want to call in position. As if your opponent bets tinier and tinier, you just have to start raising with some hands that are almost always good but vulnerable. If Terrace had a hand like Jacks, I think it starts to make a decent amount of sense to raise because Jacks is going to be vulnerable against random Ace-X suited, King-X suited, etc. But since Aces is not vulnerable to those hands, I think calling makes a whole lot of sense, which is exactly what Terrace does because this keeps Nik Airball in with his entire range, which, even though sometimes Aces loses against, way more often than not, Aces are going to be in amazing shape. Let's head to the turn.
You know what I mean?
There was a
Picks up a 7.
I just remember the river. I remember the board. So to get to the
4
turn,
to a straight out there now. Terrace has to look at.
the guy calls.
7 checks.
The pot, I'm going to make up some numbers. The pot has
Airball
like
slows
3
down,
cannons.
beating a hand like
Terrace has
Ace-King
100
now.
The turn is the 7 of spades, which is really rough for Terrace because now he loses to any 8. And if Nik Airball is playing the 7-3, He can probably play the 8-3 and the 8-4 and the 8-2. And I think Nik Airball is the type of player who may just decide to check those hands to try to ensure he gets paid off on the river. So, Nik Airball with his middle pair, which, you know, could be good against ace-king or ace-queen, opts to check. Terrace checks it back. Let's go to the river.
7 or an 8 doesn't
River is
come.
specifically
Terrace's aces.
Terrace goes, how much do you have? And I'm like, how?
All in and outs from Airball.
Like, I made a joke at the table, like making fun of asking that.
Terrace doesn't love it.
And then Terrace thinks it over and goes, I'm all in.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I'm like, oh.
The river is the queen of diamonds. And Nik Airball, recognizing his 7 may not be good, decides to rip it all in. I don't mind it. I mean, look, if you're going to play hands containing a 7 and hands containing an 8, the 7 may not be good on the river. You might as well blast it. In this spot, you maybe even be able to get your opponent to fold a hand like pocket jacks or ace-queen or ace-10 suited or something like that, which would be a huge success. So, he goes for it. Let's see if Terrace can make the call.
I was out of line.
You felt really bad for laughing, yeah.
I am out of line.
Yeah.
And then the guy finally bolts, and Terrace was deuces. So he just check raised just the straight deuces on the turn.
Airball, all in with 7
I remember seeing
pair
that
of 7s.
one. I think I do have
I'm in
like,
a tough spot here. What the am I supposed to do?
Terrace shows everybody the aces.
Went all in.
Damn, Terrace is getting some premiums here.
Yeah, and
Yeah, that was an expert needle. We need to get him on the upswing team. He sees that head in this spot, and he's like, God, this guy's running so much.
but I mean, there's an 8. I mean, is it like an obvious call or something?
No, we're not influencing that.
We have no say, other than we're still angry that you won the left hand.
I didn't even watch the hand. I was telling stories.
Yeah, it was,
we were laughing about something else.
it was nothing to do with that.
Nobody knows.
Look at Nick, man. We finally found how to get him to not talk.
He looks like a statue. He does.
You just got to get him all in, and then like you can enjoy your little piece of
I
play, you
don't
know?
think he's blinked yet. It's been like 2 minutes. He's not blinked.
This is pretty good.
Do you think he's still there?
Somebody
It's
tap him.
relentless here. Airball hasn't really been all in all night.
Should we get the medical unit?
These guys just needling him. Terrace sitting here with aces. All he has to do is say call, and he'll win himself a big one.
Same amount of times in his hoodie. I've seen just 4 eyes.
I call.
Call. Announced.
Wow, that's a sick call.
Wow,
That is a sick call.
Nice call from Terrace.
Nice hand.
Nice call, Terrace.
That's a really good call.
I randomized it.
He randomized it.
Based on what?
All right, call, Terrace.
What did you randomize it on?
I'm calling 2/3 of the time.
I think he just backwards made that up.
How about that? I didn't make it up, man.
Terrace is like, I don't get aces that often. I'm not folding.
No. You can randomize with chips like that.
After a bit of deliberation, Terrace shows the aces, tries to get a read. Nik Airball does not care. He just sits there nice and stoic. And Terrace makes the call. You may be surprised to see this call, given Terrace loses to any 8, to King Jack, to pocket queens, to a set. But he's against Nik Airball. And Nik Airball likes to bluff. Against someone who likes to bluff, in a scenario where you only need to be good roughly 33% of the time, you can't really go around folding aces all that often. Terrace makes a call and scoops a gigantic pot. Live cash game streams have been really popping off recently. And what I want to know is, do you have a place where you would really like to go and play? Would you like to go play at the Lodge, or Hustler Casino Live, or Bally Live Poker, or someone else? Not someone else. Somewhere else. Take a second, think about it, and let me know where you want to play in the comment section down below. While you're down there, do me a favor, click the like and subscribe button, and I'll talk to you next time. Thanks for watching.